Hey, this message is for Serafina Costanzo. This is Travis, your green bean, calling to remind you about us talking shit and being assholes at our old job. I don't know. I just thought I'd try and contribute something to your talk show. So anyway, talk to you soon.
He slimed me! Here we go.
Did I do it?
Yep.
Okay.
You did it.
I did it.
Yeah, you did it.
I did
Amateur hour here in mature adult time.
I did it a little early. Whatever.
No, it's really a do-it-yourself here. Like, she did it. Look at nothing,
I did it.
Nothing burnt down.
Who is she? Hi, guys.
She is Serafina Costanza, and she's going to be telling us who everyone is.
Yeah, I'm Serafina Costanza. We have Melania, Mel C, Good Eric.
He left.
But
He's so good. He's so good at leaving.
And again, that's all we have here for today. It's so fun for me to do that in the beginning of the podcast. To purposely forget Art Hernandez, everybody.
I can't. I can't buy the bit because I'm unforgettable.
That's true.
Okay.
I had teachers that
You know
would tell
what?
my younger sisters that they knew me.
Actually, Art.
that's a fun thing about being an older sibling, huh?
Yep. They'd be like, I knew your brother.
My sister heard that too. Yeah, she heard like, oh, I remember your older brother. Yeah.
Yep.
My brother's only like a grade younger, so everyone knew us all at the same time. But he would be like, "I'm gonna get my sister on you."
Oh yeah. You helped
She
him
was
out?
like the bully.
But Art.
Yes.
You said you're unforgettable.
Unforgettable.
But several of my friends that you've met a million times, they always say, "Man, that guy never remembers who I am."
I
And
didn't
today-
say I forget people.
Yeah, you forget people.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's-
so you're forgettable, but not in the,
I'm not.
But I thought
I'm
it was just.
forgetful.
I thought it was
but
just
not
one.
forgettable.
I thought it was just one person, but then I heard it from another person. I was like, oh, that's an Art thing.
It
I
is.
think your friends are just sensitive. That's what it is.
No, I was like, maybe every time
I
Art
really
saw
do.
this one friend, he was always drunk, or
Yeah.
it was just for a
I
second.
think it's
You know
both
what I
of those
mean?
things.
Does
It's a
it-
Yeah.
combination. And I meet a lot of people every day. You know.
Always
I-
drunk. I'm
I
still-
forget a lot of
those
people,
are all
too.
excuses.
I'm out
I
on
meet
the
a lot of
streets,
people
shaking
every day.
hands, meeting
No,
people.
like, when you-
doing things.
When
mean,
you do what Art and I do, and you too, Melania, but you remember everybody.
I remember everybody.
But that's just because she's like what?
I think I you know what?
You
I
got a mind of
care
an
about
elephant.
shit that doesn't really matter. But I do. I think that's true. Because these guys came in the bar the other day. They hadn't been in the bar for fucking like a year, dude. And right when they came in, both of them, I knew their names and I knew exactly what they wanted to drink. And they were like, "Thank you for remembering us. So nice of you."
Which is great. And I could do that. I used to be able to do that really well, but I got 10 years of smoking heavy weed on you. It's gonna go, Melania.
No,
This
it's
is your
not
warning.
10 years. I've been doing shit
This
longer
is
than
your
you have.
warning.
Though.
Mel, I'm older
Like,
than you.
You start. I'm sure you started later than me.
She's way older.
Smoking weed?
Yeah.
12.
Okay.
With my dad.
10-year-old.
This isn't a contest, because if it was...
I
Well,
just,
I'm just
it's not
hoping-
a
I'm just
contest.
hope-
She
I'm
just
just hoping
didn't.
she's
She
wrong
needed
about
me
me.
to qualify
I think
what
she,
I'm
I
saying.
hope, I'm hoping she's wrong.
But
Well,
I
don't
used to
think
have
you
a
can
good ass
compare
memory,
time.
and it's catching up. It's that weed. I'm just saying.
Don't blame the fucking
God bless
weed for
weed,
your fuck
but
ups, okay?
it is fucking with short term memory.
Okay, that's not long term. I remember the 94 earthquake. Okay.
I do too.
Anyway, I
My
feel like
friend's big
anything.
fat mama fell out of bed.
Hey, this stuff
What?
is really good. I'm really happy with it. It's
Wait a
like
minute.
this is like I'm drinking, you guys, for everybody that's not watching or watching. I'm trying this new one. It's called High Noon Sun Sips. 100 calories, no added sugar, gluten free.
Vodka and soda in a can.
Vodka and soda in a can with it's black cherry made with real juice, but all this shit tastes like is a fucking spiked Capri
It tastes
Sun,
pretty good.
dog.
I tried it. But let me tell you this:
It
if
does
you're
taste like
also
a Capri
watching
Sun.
us on Facebook or
delicious.
on the YouTubes, you can see that she has a White Claw on deck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Low
Totally.
to the chamber.
hell yeah,
And a blunt. I'm about to spark.
and a blunt. I mean, that's just what we do here at Mature Adult Time. It's rare if we don't smoke a blunt during a podcast. And if you're watching or listening and that annoys you, tell us why. We're not going to stop, but we like to know why you're being a bitch.
Where can they tell us?
Roll a blunt while you listen.
You can leave a comment or you can call us at... Does someone want to give the number?
424-272-8763. Booyah.
Yeah, and that's 424-272-8763. Booyah. And if it's just a message, so leave us a message and we'll address it in the next podcast. But wait, can we dial back before you say that? Because Art said something interesting that I want to explore just a minute. He said the earthquake made someone's mother fall out of bed.
I said the earthquake happened because my friend's big fat mama fell out of bed.
Oh.
It was just like an old school.
It's an old school fat mama joke.
That's a good yo mama
That's
joke.
a good fat mama joke.
Yo mama's so fat, she fell out of bed and started the... Whatever, 94?
Yeah.
The 94 earthquake.
I was never really good at those mama jokes, but the one that would always crack me up that I'd always my go-to was your mama's so old she farts dust.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. My favorite one.
I don't know, that was my favorite.
And also because old people use talcum powder.
So my favorite one, which will date me a little bit, is like your mama's so old, she's got Jesus's beeper number.
Man, I remember having
had a beeper.
I remember having a beeper. I had a beeper
I
before
did
a cell
too.
phone.
Yo,
It
I
was
remember
so great.
when my mom would page my dad and
Motorola.
like there was like messages like beeper like cuss you out, so she'd send him like a bunch of sixes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you could like send codes and that shit. Like you'd send like you had different messages for different people, and you could spell shit out.
You could, like boobs.
Yeah, you could definitely spell out boobs.
I remember my boyfriend.
Yeah, 8.
It's calculator
008.
language.
Yeah, it was. It was
5.
calculator language. That's fucking great.
My, oh shit. Art, you just see that purple one right there for 39? I had that one.
I had
but
that one
blue.
too.
This one?
Oh,
but I had it in blue.
I had it in green, like bright dark green, if that makes sense.
I had it in like sea. It was like that see through like
Like dark
green
like
or
a green on the
blue.
other one.
This one right here?
Yeah, that one.
Let's see if we can get a
And I
closer
got
look
it.
at it.
My boyfriend gave it to me. Adam Turner, my very first
It works.
boyfriend.
90s retro
And
works.
he would
Motorola.
text me 143.
I love you.
All the time.
Who would text you that?
My ex.
143. Why is 143? I love you.
I for
It also could mean I
letters.
hate you.
It
Why-
represents
One
the letter in
four
each
letter,
word.
3 letter, yeah. That's how secret code.
But yeah.
So the
so
King of England
I
could
did
sell
hit
his
pages.
guns.
And then you can still do I hate you too. 1, 4, 8.
8.
148.
Yeah, 4-8 is hate.
Oh, hate. Yeah.
Remember, like, people were like, all these sexy models were taping it on their mouth? Remember that for a
No,
while?
no.
What was that about?
Stop the hate.
Yeah, they
That's
wanted
what
me
it
to
was
stop
about.
something, but I couldn't remember.
Or stop AIDS.
A bad
Stop
memory,
both
dude.
of them.
Did they
Dicks
stop
in
it?
their mouth?
They taped
I
it.
think they
They taped
fixed it.
it.
It
They
was
taped
cured.
it, and it was good.
They were
I remember,
cute.
like, your mama's so old, she's got Jesus's beeper number. So what's the updated version of that? Your mama's so old.
She still
she's
believes
got-
in Jesus.
She texts.
She slides.
Jesus is her booty call, or she slides in Jesus' DMs.
Yeah.
She's all up in Pastor's DMs.
She's friends with him on Facebook. Like, isn't that the old people thing now?
Who's got a lighter?
How if you got a beeper number now, like a beeper?
Doctors.
How does it work? How do you do it?
It's just
I forget.
You just send a text
you
message to
call.
a number.
No,
You
you
would call-
call
yeah.
it. You call it, and then you enter the number.
Yeah, you'd call it, and then you'd enter. But what you're supposed to do, I think, is enter your number to call back.
Yeah,
But you could enter whatever you wanted into it.
I'm sure now it's words, right?
What, on a beeper?
Yeah.
I think no, it's still just numbers because it works off a different frequency. I'd imagine.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We
still
should get
haven't gotten mine.
beepers.
We should get beepers.
You guys don't have one? I sell you some right here. Look at this. I got fucking 5 beepers, 6 beepers, green beepers, purple
No,
beepers.
she's talking about this, and that's probably her one.
Yellow beepers and beepers.
Because I gave them here. They be
probably
taking
what
shit.
Yeah,
Just
just like you try to take my fucking habanero that he just done.
yeah,
Slick
that's what
ass
you guys
art.
try to do. And then this
You guys just
moonshine,
thought you guys is art.
this moonshine
do anything.
that
Yes,
we're
you
about
did.
to like make baby drink or not, is not even ours. It's Katie's, and Art just brought it in here.
What?
Dylan,
Art's always stealing.
Yeah,
Thief.
I mean to.
a thief.
You're just moving stuff.
Speaking of, when I first got here, everyone was just trolling me. Like, you guys.
Who was trolling you?
You guys really troll Fina good.
How did you get trolled?
And then,
Fina?
and then nature takes over, and nature starts trolling me, and it's.
Well, nature's trolling you, bitch. I'm the one on my period, okay? First of all.
Yeah, you always feel like you're being trolled when you're on your period. That's the worst. Whenever I tell anyone
wait till Hillary's
I'm on my period,
and she's tweeting about this.
Everyone is like, "I'm sorry." Fuck you, Art. You came from a fucking period.
I know, I did.
No, I was a
hit period.
He's a period.
I'm a successful
period that never happened.
A bullseye.
I'm what I call a running sentence.
He's a period that never happened. Yeah, running sentence.
I'm a running sentence.
So wait, are you talking shit about him stealing something, but you poured it in? Oh no, what is this?
That's coffee.
Never mind.
I got a little bit coffee. The 49ers are in the Super Bowl, everybody. And they shall win. And I bought these little tiny
Shaolin. Did you say Shaolin?
I said shall win.
I thought you said Shaolin like the Wu-Tang Clan.
Me too. That's
Shaolin. I was like, whoa, ain't nothing to fuck with, dude. Yeah.
Oh shit, also that.
Wasn't that cool if you didn't know about it, Fina? Sorry.
But I mean, I gotta say,
I got these little baby cups.
It was like last week. I was really hoping for. I was honestly just hoping for a better game, like a better Packer 49ers game, and it just wasn't. It just wasn't. And you know, I would like to lose to the champ. So I hope I'm all 49ers going in there. Fuck up Kansas City, fuck those fools.
I hate Kansas City.
Yeah.
And also, dude, I just want to point out this is why Packers fans are such good people. You know what I mean? They're good sportsmanship people. Is that a thing? They have good sportsmanship. And I like the Bears, but the Bears fans are just fucking curmudgeons, and they feel sorry for themselves, and they're haters.
My favorite thing about Bears fans in general, and Vikings fans, same thing, is they like hating, like they enjoy hating on the Packers more than they enjoy their team winning. It's just like this weird thing where they just when their team's out, and because the Packers have done so good for so long, they fucking love hating.
But Eric,
it's just so funny haters are funny to me.
They hate their own team though too. Like they have no faith. I've watched multiple Bears fans from across like that don't even know each other, and they all fucking hate.
They do
their own team. They have no faith in them. They expect them to lose. You know what I mean? And it's just a culture. Like they're a bummer. It's
a bummer culture. It is a bummer culture.
Y'all are bumming me out talking about them bumming out. Can we stop with that?
All right, let's change the subject.
Also,
pick it up. What you got?
Before we leave from the Bears, I bought Eric a really good shirt for Christmas, and I can't wait for him to wear it in front of these Bears fans.
Oh shit!
That is all.
I'm wearing it Sunday.
He's wearing a Sunday for the Super Bowl, baby. Oh, we can't say that. We have to say the big game, or we'll get sued.
Why?
Who's gonna sue us?
I don't know. It's always on the radio.
I dare them to sue us 25 years from now. I'm calling it. 8 years from now, they're calling it.
I don't
want to say 25 because according to
bring it on NFL. Let's see what you got.
Okay. Well, that's a good segue to Christmas gifts. So Eric,
NFL, all I have to do is say this.
Okay.
They do appreciate dancing these days.
Okay, Christmas.
That's interpretive dance, bro.
So
take it how you want. NFL.
If you listen to us, the three of you that do,
shout out.
And you remember Art or not Art?
Unforgettable.
Eric. He bought us some gifts off the Instagrams and was scammed.
Oh yeah.
Like that was the last we heard of it, and he was working on getting his money back, and he got his money back. But then we have an update to that story. Eric, would you like to fill us in?
Yeah, I got my money back, and about a week later, the package showed up.
What? Our gifts are here.
Oh,
the
shit.
gifts are here. The gifts are here. Christmas was saved. Eric wasn't scammed. It's a fucking Christmas miracle.
Burrito blanket.
Christmas miracle.
I'm gonna open this now. I waited for y'all to
burrito blanket. So can you explain what a burrito blanket is?
I mean, it's
a blanket.
Well, he
like
bought
a burrito.
the burrito for the brown girl. He bought me a flour tortilla, which I'm in love with. It feels very soft.
Ooh, it does look soft.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't even opened it up or anything.
Yeah.
But it was what was
Okay,
what was
my
weird.
burrito's purple.
Oh, that's just acid burrito, man.
It's green too.
I like this burrito. I want to say
really
that it's a
soft.
weed burrito. I'm gonna go with all the look. These look like nugs, like weed nugs are on. It looks like weed nugs. I'll show you guys the details.
But it was it's weird. It's weird to me that like this. So like
I like it. Thank you.
I got I tried to get these things. They didn't show up. I tried to contact the company. The company tells me they shipped them to somewhere else that was on my order. That was not a place on my order, and they were just like, "That's it." So I don't hear from them for weeks. So I contact my
And you keep
bank.
calling them and you keep leaving them messages.
I tried. There's no phone number, so it was all through email. But I was emailing them every day, like, "What's going on with this?" I was going on to their Facebook, or I'm sorry, to their Instagram, which had like 170 some thousand followers. Like it was, they had a lot of people on there.
It's a lot of people.
And
sure would love to get that many people following.
So they never got back to you. You got your money back, and they arrived.
They arrived. They also deleted that Instagram account. Doesn't exist anymore. Like, which is another weird thing. It's like how what?
So they just were bad at business.
Yeah, I think they probably bought a bunch of shit from China and then were trying to sell it,
It's
And they got in over their heads and took too many orders, not enough merchandise. Like, there's so many possibilities.
Or people kept reporting them as scammers.
But we got our stuff.
Down.
Yeah, they got
down.
shut
Better Business Bureau. Dun dun
crazy.
dun.
Well, I'm happy to get my gift. I haven't opened it yet either, but I got slippers.
Okay, let's see. Try them on.
Let's see.
The avocados. They're really cute.
Oh, heck yeah. Cheeto's gonna love attacking these little avocados.
Oh yeah.
Look at
yeah,
this.
she is. You gotta show us the updated video of Cheeto chasing the
My little baby Cheeto.
avocado toes.
Look at its cute little stem. That means it's still good. Do you know that if you are in the grocery store and you're picking out avocados, make sure that the little nubby stem is in there. Because if it's not, it's more likely to be rotten in the inside.
Huh.
I actually have a Ralph's bag full of very, very, very green avocados from my Uncle Mario's tree.
You're right, my friend.
Yeah, it's that blunt.
Oh, pray for her.
You know, avocados also they ripen off the tree, just as a reminder.
Dude, the avocados you were growing.
My cousin just pulled them off the tree. So
Are we still on the NFL? What topic are we on now?
We could still be talking about it.
Oh, avocados. I eat those avocados with the skin on it now.
He did. Well, just mine, right? You don't want to eat the thick ass ones.
Serafina grows thin-skinned avocados, and I can eat the whole thing.
He can't. I think I have a video of it.
I didn't even know there were different kinds of skins in avocados.
Yeah.
Of course, it makes sense.
Of avocados,
it definitely makes sense, but it's like not something I ever thought about before.
What kind of avocados are your avocados?
I don't know. We still are. We gotta figure it out.
But I just could. And it was crazy to me.
The tree whisperer couldn't tell you what kind it was.
We didn't ask him. What is this?
How did he get this back?
That's just my powers.
How did he get this power back? He doesn't always use it.
It's on his phone. Dude. This motherfucker hooked his phone up. That's been a long time since he's been doing that shit.
It's been a long time for our listener.
But that's good music. Wait, play that music again because I'm gonna segue to something.
All right, so here we go. What do we got, Fina?
Okay, you guys, the mature adults, this last week decided, hey, we're gonna do something we always said we were gonna do, and we did it. We went to an escape room.
Oh shit! What happened?
We escaped. Yay!
You bet your ass we fucking escaped, y'all. Come on.
So
I'm glad we did this. We said we were gonna do it.
I got a fucking pin.
I also think
pinned up, bro.
If I wasn't driving and had to do shit the next day, I was gonna suggest, because I'm sure you fools would have done it, that we should have done mushrooms going on it, because it was
trippy.
It was a Alice in Wonderland theme.
The funny thing is, that day,
I was on mushrooms.
I almost bought mushrooms Like I almost bought mushrooms to break. Like it was almost a thing that happened. I was like, you know what? We're going to Alice in Wonderland. Let's do it.
I want to say
right.
that
I was thinking it too. And everyone at work, all of my customers at work was like, you've got to do mushrooms.
I think the guys that were running it were on mushrooms. That guy Mikey.
Oh yeah.
He came out all weird and was like, if you guys have to go to the bathroom, like right away. He knew what he was doing.
I don't know. He seemed pretty cool.
No, he seemed absolutely cool.
I really liked it. It was called 60 Out. Escape rooms.
Yeah, shout out to them. They were that was super cool. Like, and they were was the most like professional looking escape room I've been to.
It was the only one I've been to. It seemed cool to me.
I've been to some ones where they're just terrible at it. Looks like they're used furniture and shit, which I guess it's supposed to supposed to be.
Yeah,
but no, this one was very well done. I mean, I've been to 3. My first one was whack. Hated it. Hated everything about the experience. Second one was in Vegas, super dope. It was interactive with scary people. It was freaky as fuck.
Where they touched you?
Yeah, they did.
Oh god, God, that blunt got me.
They did. Yeah, it's a good blunt. It's a really good blunt. But yeah, and this one was super trippy, super good. Everything was very well detailed. The colors were nice. There were a lot of little details that I was.
The colors were nice.
They were actually. Yeah,
it looked good.
They were.
We weren't able to like film or take pictures within it, but I did sneak a microphone in it, and we recorded the whole thing. Us figuring out everything, all of us trying to work together and accomplishing all the goals we did.
Well, not trying to work together.
No, we did.
We did work together.
Yeah, but
sometimes we're trying.
Suspense.
Yeah,
because I'm going to say we're going to put up that as a whole separate episode. You guys can go and check out that whole event.
Who knows if we worked well together?
Well,
yeah, you'll listen.
You know who's arguing and not. Everyone can take bets
and
about
see.
it.
Actually, yeah, Fina was the one saying no the most.
I was not.
Oh, you will hear it.
You guys, but
maybe
it was super fun.
Make sure every time she says no, you put it in art.
So we did an Alice in Wonderland room. Like that was the premise of the escape room, and it was a lot. It was a lot. Well,
we
of fun.
had to save her from a trial.
Yeah, everyone wanted to impeach her. What did they want to do to her? I forgot. First of all, I want to say that we did go into this a little sauced up. Absolutely, we were responsible and took an Uber there, but we were a little buzzed when we went into this place. Right? We might have had some legal adult smoke too.
Why are you being all cagey?
I don't know.
It's being fucking weird. I fucking brought some edibles inside, and we all ate edibles. And I asked, I was like, "Can I eat candy?" And they were like, "Yeah, don't make a mess." I should have been like, I'm just gonna get high.
I've never been snitched on so hard.
What? You were snitching on yourself?
Now they're not gonna let us back.
It's being weird.
Why wouldn't they let us back? They gave me candy.
Yeah,
and I gave me candy.
And they also
that's not a difference.
They also wanted us to stay. They're like, "Hey, do you want to do another one at a discounted rate?"
They liked our personalities.
And so we had an hour to do it. If anyone could call, okay.
Yeah, I think
okay, wait.
We broke the record.
Let's do. Wait. No, don't say anything about our time.
All right.
Because when are we going to release the audio of it?
We could do it on like Thursday or something. Trip. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say no. Because I'm gonna do this. Hear me out, fools. Whoever can guess how long it took us to get out of the escape room before we release it and leave us a message with the guest, we can do something for them.
I'll roll your fat blood.
All right, if we can get an email before the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And then I'll release it after the Super Bowl.
That sounds great.
But the email to our podcast or right in the comments below or whatever.
I'll smoke you out with the fat blunt. And if you don't...
Leave a message, everyone guess.
No, don't tell them what the prize is yet.
Why not?
Because they might be fucking in Europe or something.
Yeah, we have to figure out. We'll figure out the prize. You get something, though, fool.
Look.
They might have better lawyers.
At least anything. Look. And on top of getting at least something, you'll have bragging rights that you fucking guess something right. That's always fun.
And going over doesn't count. You go over.
Whoever is closest.
Without going over. Without going over.
You get free swag.
Do you think whoever is closest or whoever just nails it?
Well, who's ever closest. If someone nails it, that's great. Right. But you can't go over. It's who's ever closest on the underside.
We're not doing.
Not done. Seconds don't count. Just do fucking minutes.
Right rules.
No, it is price. It's price over price. That is prices.
Oh, you can't go over.
So we should do minutes and seconds.
Yeah, you can't go over.
4 numbers.
Oh, you can't go over. I heard you say you can.
No. Never go over.
Okay, fine. Price is Right.
I live
rules.
my life by
By
Price
the
is
Price
Right.
is Right.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I used to too, but then I listened to a lot of Dumb People Town, and they don't. They're free with their shit.
Well, don't listen. You know.
I love that podcast. Don't ever tell me not to listen to them.
I didn't know. I mean, I don't know what you're.
They're fun.
Why are you arguing, dude?
Yeah, let's not argue. Okay. Okay. God damn it, Art.
Sounds like you guys are about to.
What, fight? Do we sound like
I'm gonna play that as a build-up.
the inner workings of the royal family right now?
Oh man,
So what do you guys know about that? Because everyone's talking about
which
it.
parts?
Of Prince Harry and Meghan. That's her name, right? Meghan Markle?
What's her last name now? Megan Harry? What's Harry's last name? What's their last name?
I don't know.
Prince...
Yeah. I don't even think he's a prince anymore. I don't know what their name is. I'd imagine
What
her
is
name
their
stays
last
the
name?
same.
What was that?
Meghan Merkel.
What? So is he Harry Merkel now?
I hope so. I hope it's okay.
Who is he? What's his last name? Does he have a fucking like? What's his name?
I don't fucking find out. You're the one with the Google access.
Oh yeah.
God damn it.
Well, I
I
felt
felt attacked right now.
Not attacked. You guys, what? I was just asking a
might
serious
be
question.
You were screaming a question. What's his name? What's his name? What's his last name?
Wait,
Well, I'm trying to be passionate. I'm
Prince
giving the
Henry
viewers
of
what
Wales.
they want. No, Prince Henry's.
but but that's the thing is I don't think he's Prince Henry of Wales anymore because didn't they?
It's just Prince Henry
gave
Charles
Albert David. Oh my God, he has
His last name's David?
He has 4 first names. Henry Charles Albert David.
Now
That's a good trivia question for
Duke of
Americans because
Sussex?
I don't think we know that.
He has 4 first names and he's a ginger.
What's his fucking last name?
David, asshole. Do you not read it
So
right
his
there?
mom is David. The queen is David.
What?
Prince Charles. Charles David. That's his name. Prince Charles
David
Art
David.
His
eat
last
some
name.
mushrooms or
Okay,
something?
no.
What the
I'm just trying to
fuck?
figure this out. What's his? Okay,
Okay, his brother is William Arthur Philip
Oh, that's a good
Louis
name.
Windsor.
good, Arthur.
Wait, what?
Windsor. Okay, I know that. I know that's a last name, right? That sounds like a last name.
Windsor.
Windsor. That's a knot.
Sorry.
It's a type of knot.
You're a type of
It's
dog.
a fancy knot.
So yeah.
So David
Full
doesn't
name.
sound like the last name.
David doesn't sound like a last name.
Okay, so yeah.
Henry
William
Charles
Arthur
Albert.
Philip Louis.
So he's Prince
Windsor.
Albert. He really is Prince
He
Albert.
is-
Like he could
hold
go
on.
by.
Espérate.
Or
Yeah,
Prince
his
Charles.
fucking full name is Henry Charles Albert David. Okay.
Yeah, that's his name. He's got 4 fucking first
That's
names.
a fucked up
That
name.
sounds like a
I mean,
redneck name.
And
No
so,
offense.
as
But
but his prince is Prince
What's your
Harry,
name?
Duke of
Henry
Sussex.
Charles Albert David.
Okay, y el otro, Charles Philip Arthur George. He's got another first neighbor.
Charles Philip Arthur George.
That's like someone being named Sarah Elizabeth
What's the queen's
Amanda.
name?
What's her last
Mary.
name? Elizabeth.
Mary. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so weird.
No, let me see her full name. Elizabeth Alexandra Mary Windsor. Okay.
So Windsor's her last name.
Okay.
Alexandra.
But only some
say,
of them.
Say the queen's name again.
Elizabeth Alexandra Mary Windsor.
Mary Windsor.
It's right there.
But Prince
He's David.
William's.
He's
Where
got
is
no
it?
last name. I'm looking at it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's right there.
but Prince William is a Windsor too, and the Queen's a Windsor, but Harry's not. Like
And neither is William.
Oh
wait.
William
William is a
Arthur.
Windsor.
Yeah, William Arthur Philip Louis Windsor. Like, so what does Windsor mean? That's a fucking weird one. What is a Windsor?
it's like a winner.
Oh my
It's like a
God.
German
I
winner.
wish
Like
they
oh,
heard us
I
talk
am the
about them.
What?
I am the Windsor.
Why would any?
I'm the Windsor.
I know that Henry. Now that Henry and Meghan moved to Canada, I know that they listen to us.
Yeah, they're splitting time from Canada to the UK.
Yes.
6
Yeah.
months, 6 months.
Which
They
is
both won't stay out of my
which is-
DMs.
which is such a great thing. Like the whole 6 month thing is because you can live there without having to get permits or anything.
Where?
So they're
In
tax
Canada.
dodgers, is what you're saying.
As if you're a U.S. citizen, an Australian citizen, UK citizen, you can go to Canada, spend 6 months there,
Up to 6
leave
months. Without having to establish residency.
without
right?
having to anything, leave for 6 months, come back 6 months later and do the same thing. It's not
Yeah.
over a calendar year, but it's just over like you just can leave for 6 months.
So check this out, bro.
They're gonna go fucking hang out in Canada. It's great. I love it.
That's what Windsor means.
What does it mean?
Right here.
Riverbank with a windlass.
But it's
What?
but also look at right here. It's also a knot.
Wait, go. No, that's Windsor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it's spelled.
Okay,
Same
wait.
spelling, but
Hold on. Quit moving it so I can read.
Yeah,
He
read this.
reads
Yeah,
super
read this.
slow.
Read
you want
it.
me to read it? Cause
Yes,
Well,
someone,
he keeps
someone read
moving
it,
it.
from an
please.
English surname that was from a place name meaning riverbank with a windlass. In an Old English, a windlass is a lifting apparatus. This has been the surname of the royal family of the United Kingdom since 1917. Why the fuck is this for a David? Why don't you
So
Google
still- yeah, so
why is
David's-
he a David?
Yeah, why is he not? Yeah, why is Henry
It
not a
is-
Windsor?
Why?
Is Henry
everyone
not a
cares
Windsor?
so much
Did they
about-
take Windsor off? Did they take it off because he's?
Oh, because they stripped him. Oh,
But
that's
I
gotta
don't
be
think
what
it's
it
that
is.
big of a deal within the family. Yeah, Henry Windsor.
Not bad there.
No, but that's Prince Henry.
Formerly
Oh, that's
Prince
someone
Edward
else.
Wales' younger son.
That's not him.
Oh,
Yeah.
not bad there. Look.
No, I bet it was because they.
No, that's this guy right here. Look at
Oh.
No, that's not him.
from KGB,
Look,
dude.
that's Gloucester.
General from Australia.
No, that's Gloucester.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Plus, it's also not the.
And it
It's also not
lists his
a.
death.
It's also not the ginger
Yeah,
that's married.
Yeah, also it lists his death right under his name. Look, 1974 that dude died.
Well, I thought that was like when his like career died.
No,
or-
it says
Okay.
Prince
But
Henry.
his family
of Wales.
took
when his
stepped down or
career
whatever.
died.
Yo, espérate, look. Born 1984, formerly Prince Henry of Wales. So it says formerly.
But
He's not.
That's still a different
Formally-
thing.
Oh,
Right
Duke
here.
of,
No,
yeah,
it's
Prince
not.
Harry,
Sussex.
Duke of-
Born 1984
yeah,
was
that,
him.
so formally,
He's Duke of Sussex. There's a
formerly
bunch of-
Prince. He's not a
Yes.
prince anymore.
So we want
He's
him
not,
anymore.
Look, right there it says formally again. He's not anymore.
So he's not a
They
Windsor.
stripped him of the Windsor.
Well, I don't think
Yo,
it's
this
like.
fool lost the
Of
whole
course.
name.
Of course, they, you know.
I don't think it's that big of a deal
born
within
Henry
the family.
Charles
That's
Albert
what he
David
wanted.
Windsor.
Yeah, well, you don't have red hair. If you had red hair, it would be
That's pretty
a big
gross.
deal.
Okay.
Here's his
Well,
real-
he asked to be like out of the family, but he's still like gonna be. I feel
He
like
still got
seeing
money.
the family.
Here's the
What
thing.
fuck? If I were him,
And
that's
also-
tight. He
the
got off
taxpayers
easy.
of England, because we know they love paying taxes over there, are still going to be supporting him and his Canadian
No, they're
wife.
not. He's not getting any money from the family.
He
anymore.
definitely
He
definitely
is.
will.
100%.
He definitely has
100%
money
he's
already.
getting it.
They
He already
can't
has
take
money,
his
though.
money.
He
No,
has
he's had
money
it. He's
from-
had it from the taxpayers his
He's-
whole life.
He has billions right now.
From
so
what?
he's fine.
What did he invent?
It's from his mom.
He came out of his mama's
What did he
vagina.
sell? Like,
And that's what he got.
That's from the taxpayers of England. They just put a little money aside for them.
Sure,
to
but he's
make
not
sure-
getting any future money from them.
That's okay. He can fucking survive.
Oh, for sure he could
I heard-
survive. That's not the big
He
deal.
can survive
Here.
off of the
What I-
stories on
I
him.
would like to
I heard
say
as a royal member, they cannot make money off of their names. Like that's a one thing. So them stepping away, they can now be in
They
commercials.
can make
and
money for their names.
They can market themselves now. But I heard as a member, like it's part of their like code of conduct for their country that they cannot like sell their
like they can't be in a movie and make money.
Yeah,
See, that makes
like
sense.
that.
I mean, that makes sense.
They
If
can't
you're gonna
like,
be,
marketing
If you're gonna be
themselves.
royal.
She can't be like, oh, you can't like the queen never had her own shoe line or anything like that. you know?
yeah, that makes sense to me.
Like,
if you're
what-
gonna be royal,
what you guys
yeah,
get
yeah.
emoluments.
Yeah.
They take that shit serious over there.
Yeah, not
Oh, yeah.
here.
But like, yeah, like so. I
Yeah,
heard
they took their
I
wax
heard so
museum
like
out.
all this potential
Or up
fame
night.
they have is kind of being squandered in their eyes. If they step away from the family, not leaving it, just stepping away, that means they're allowed to market.
Well, also,
themselves.
I think that they
Hashtag-
just really want to just have like
Hashtag
their own lives and
ex-prince.
not have to deal and do all of like
No,
the,
they're
the
not nice to her.
day-to-days.
You think
they're
they're not
not
going to
nice
have a
to
show?
his
And
wife.
also that.
You think they're not going to be
that
the
might-
next Kardashian
But
show?
also, like,
They-
who gives? We are so obsessed with it, and it's like,
I'm
who
not.
cares?
Who's
No,
we?
not me.
You
I'm an
guys-
American,
who's
dude.
We.
No
You
offense.
speaking
As-
French?
I find it interesting, but
Okay, well,
I find it interesting that kid
as a
that he has 5 fucking names. That's very
5
Hispanic.
person-
Okay, I got a question for you, Serafina.
But
Did you
what-
stay up
It's
for that
interesting.
wedding?
He's
Did you
married
stay
to-
up to watch that wedding?
hell no.
He's related to Larry David. It's a fucking
It's
interesting
funny
thing.
to me that everyone would
Look
stay
at he
up to
spent
watch the
part of his
wedding
gap year in
when you
Australia.
can just watch it when you wake up. You know what I mean? If you wanted to, and I didn't. It's like I haven't even watched my own wedding again since it happened.
Well, that's okay.
Why am I gonna watch The Stranger? I don't know these people.
It's not lit all the way.
But it's like the Super Bowl for some people. Like
It
like,
is, and
I'm not
that's
gonna
weird.
like I wouldn't tape the
They get
Super
a
Bowl,
Super Bowl
and watch
every,
it
like,
afterwards, but I
15
would watch it
fucking-
live.
It only happens every 30 years.
What?
Or actually, I guess it happened. They both got married kind of close. within 10 years of each other.
There
right?
should be. I think there should be more divorces in the UK. They should really capitalize on that, especially in the royal family. They should like capitalize on that,
Well-
that marriage value. You know, because the weddings are always a big thing. You know, make some money.
Melania is right. They are mean to her over there. Like the tabloids and shit are like very like I think racist towards her and shit. And and like it's the people there that like especially the English people who fucking care so much. And immediately, like Mel was saying a minute ago, in the wax museum they took their wax statues out of the royal family. Just like took them down immediately before
we gotta go
was,
set Greta over there. How dare you?
Oh my god. Stupid.
I should be at school.
I mean,
You're being really ageist right now.
I'm just big.
I think.
What?
I mean,
You're just being what, Art?
That's the end of the
it's
sentence.
just being.
Just
Yeah.
big.
I think that former Prince Henry and Meghan, his wife Meghan Markle.
Markle?
Markle.
Markle?
I think they're just trying to separate themselves from Prince Andrew, and the royal family's inability to admit that one of them's a pedophile.
That guy's a pedophile for sure.
Yeah, like 100%, and they just
He got
won't.
busted.
He's the guy that's caught up with
Pedophilia. Epstein.
Epstein, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's
You think
refusing to
that's
talk
the
about
sole?
it.
You think that's the sole reason?
No, I don't think it's the sole reason. I think the reason anyone does. I don't think there's any sole reason anyone does anything, especially any adult. You know, like there's generally multiple reasons that fucking fit in to why you're doing it, and I think that's probably part of it. I think it's like, look, we can make a ton more money by ourselves. She was already making a fucking bunch of money. And we can get away from our family that is this very like old like idea of society and how people live, and we can get away from our family that protects this pedophile. You know?
Sure, yeah. But
And
can
she
I
can
ask you,
return to
because just because I don't
Exactly.
know?
She already signed a deal with
Yeah,
Disney.
now
I heard.
she can return to acting.
Because she wasn't allowed to make money off of her image or anything like that.
Oh, yeah.
So she could. So now she can be an
So
actress.
now she
again.
can fucking work. Good.
She was a
famous
Good for
actress.
her.
And she was a great actress.
Yeah.
Man, that
What was she in?
She was in oh man, what's Suits? That show Suits.
Okay, I didn't see that.
I've never
one.
seen
it's
it.
really-
What is that on?
I've heard-
It was on USA. It was about lawyers in New York City. It was a good, fun, like, it was just a good, fun show. It was a serial show that was on for like years, and she was awesome in it. She was one of the leading ladies of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I know her from.
Work.
And she used to date Aaron Rodgers.
A-Rod?
Meghan Markle,
Yeah,
What?
old Princess of Wales.
is her middle name Maven?
I don't know.
No.
Oh damn.
No, it's not.
Oh, Meghan Markle. She's a princess now. Former princess. Turned it down. She's better than
Yeah.
she's better than everyone.
Yeah, what's that? Turned it
I
down
just wanted to be normal,
to move to Canada.
right? She's just like
speaking
Jasmine
It's
and-
beautiful.
Jasmine
I love
and
it.
Aladdin when she
Canada's a
didn't wanna be in
beautiful
the
place.
palace
I hope they
anymore.
have a bit very.
You know, I
happy
do
time
like
there.
Canada. It's expensive though, isn't it?
Yeah,
No, not really.
super expensive. No one go there.
God, Art.
What? I don't want to ruin it.
Just talk.
The Canadians
talk.
don't want me responsible for all their mass migrations.
Okay.
Weaponized mass migration. Watch out for it.
All right. Well,
That's what they called it.
Who called it?
yeah. Who's
that's
they?
what they. I heard
And
it.
what is it?
It's like when that caravan of Hispanics were coming up, they were calling
Oh.
it weaponized mass migration.
Oh, oh okay. So that's what. So
Like
that
if you send a bunch of people there, send a bunch of criminals their way. Now you're weaponizing mass migration. George Bush might have taught me that one. I don't know.
You don't know. That's exactly. Just say that again. You
That
don't know.
again.
Okay. All right. So my brother, I was talking to my brother today, Peter Fina, and he
I love
told
Peter
me
Fina.
that there was a Bigfoot sighting
Oh, there's a
Where?
Bigfoot.
So it's the Mercury News, and it says another Bigfoot sighting on Washington highway. So apparently, on Washington highways, there's Bigfoot sighting, but it's like a video, because they have cameras out.
Who filmed it? Like who's got the camera that filmed it?
Oh, it's it's a camera on the road.
Okay, it was like one of those speed cameras or whatever
Yeah.
they call
I'm
them.
going to say it's pretty convenient since I know that in the upcoming weekends is going to be a Bigfoot festival in Washington. But it's pretty good timing of Bigfoot.
So this is conspiracy art coming at us.
Well, and as someone that's driven around the freeways of Washington, I never really see cameras on the freeways in the middle of nowhere.
Here it is. Hey, I'm looking for the footage right here. I think I got it.
Mercury News. That's New York Post.
It should say video.
Oh yeah, sure.
Hopefully, I don't know. If it's not, just send me the link.
So it says Bigfoot is on the move in the mountains of Washington, if the highway cameras are to be believed. 2 days after images of unexplained figure on Sherman Pass drew a flurry of attention, the state's transportation agency tweeted video from Snoqualmie?
Snoqualmie?
Yeah, Snoqualmie?
Snoqualmie? Yeah.
Snoqualmie Pass. That further intrigued the I Want to Believe crowd. So that's it right there.
That's a dude walking in a suit.
That's totally what I was like, dude, this is,
And also,
here we go. If you're watching the video,
also
it's playing now.
Is this trying to make you okay, like to think it's okay that there's just cameras everywhere now?
That could just be me.
Like, it does look like it.
A big person.
Yeah, it's just like a dude walking.
I think
Kinda
I know.
looking around. I mean,
feel
the
like I know
arms-
bigger dudes.
The arms do look a little, like, long,
Have you never met a
But-
long-armed man?
but the guy doesn't.
I've
Let
met
me finish
long-armed
talking. But the guy doesn't seem that big. Like, Sasquatch is Bigfoot's supposed to be really big. Like, that's no bigger than a basketball player,
Oh yeah, this guy does. He looks more like a bowler
But maybe that's a baby squash.
or like a lineman.
Yeah, or maybe it's like we don't really have a good perspective of, because there's nothing really. He's walking on snow.
Yeah, it looks like
You
it looks
can't
like he's
really
walking on
see-
the moon. Like that's what
Yeah,
it
there's-
looks like. He's just walking on the moon.
There's
Like, I don't-
nothing
That doesn't look
there.
like Arizona.
Like that doesn't look like a freeway.
It's not Arizona. It's Washington.
Where are the trees?
There's nothing there.
Oh, he looked back like,
Yeah.
hey, you're zooming in on me or what?
There's nothing there to
No, I
give
think
you
it was figured
out.
perspective.
I think he was looking back, being like, "You got me, guys?
Yeah,
Am I in frame?"
He's
Yeah.
probably looking back like, man, I hope no one's filming my rear naked butt. That would be embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem like it's
I don't know. I believe in it.
I mean,
Why not?
I don't know. The guy seems too small, for a Sasquatch.
I've seen
But
the
like you
size
said,
of
maybe it's a
actual tuna.
Sasquatch.
You see some tuna? I
Yeah,
can't believe there's gonna be a
that's
Bigfoot.
big.
That's a crazy fish that will fuck you up if you just saw it.
So let me get this straight, Art. You believe in Bigfoot because you've seen a tuna?
I've seen giant animals on the planet. Yeah,
I mean,
I've seen mooses
They-
and mices and mises.
That makes sense to me.
Apples and bananas.
Oh my god.
But yeah, no, like a Bigfoot doesn't seem out of the question at all. Like there's definitely
I don't feel like it's out of the
there's
question,
some
but I feel like
humans
that
I've seen
might
that
be
I'm
out
like,
of
you're
the
probably a
question.
Bigfoot. They're just covered in hair and they're giant. They know
Mhm.
English now. They've already learned. I think Bigfoot.
They know English.
I think Bigfoot was an ancient clan of hunters,
Who's
like
taught
ninjas,
Bigfoot
but they're
English.
I think he taught him
he
himself.
learned himself.
He learned it.
It's a clan of assassins known as the Bigfoot.
I just think he
And
like.
the only people that lived to tell, they'd stand on his shoulders and run away, and so it looked like.
I just think
and
he's
they'd wear capes and shit.
Okay.
I just think he's adaptable. Like
Like
he just
a
figured
ninja.
out how to survive. He's just like, fuck it. You know what? If
I think
this
it was
is how-
time traveling Matt Groening.
Yeah,
Training.
like wouldn't Bigfoot already have been dead? Like Bigfoot
one of them.
Junior?
Why do you think Bigfoot doesn't fuck? That's messed up, Melania.
Well, I mean, they've always referred to
Did you-
Bigfoot as a man, so
Well, he has to
one
have a
big
lady.
man needs a lady to reproduce, or he got himself a girl, and
Okay.
there's like
Maybe
a
she's
Bigfoot,
just back
all the
in the
big
cave.
Which
hairy
brings
guys.
me to a big
No,
point,
She's
you
just
guys.
back in the cave, like
you guys heard of
sweeping it
Bigfoot
up.
erotica?
Yes, I have.
It's a real thing.
I have, and I've seen it.
What?
Look at Come for Bigfoot, volumes 1 through 5, dude. Like, these are real shit. Like,
Yeah.
and they're big.
I'm fucking out, bro. You bitches are wild right now. Hold on, I do gotta go to the bathroom though. Weird.
But you're making Melania pee with this.
I was gonna go pee in their bathroom. Sorry.
I'm just saying, maybe this will explain why
There's a door
Bigfoot
there.
doesn't have a wife.
Oh shit, Bigfoot's censored out.
That's fucked up. They
Like
censored
his
Bigfoot.
dick, they censored his dick
They
out.
censored it out.
It's probably pretty big.
It's big.
I would imagine it's big. I
it's
mean,
like
it would
right-
be really sad
I
if
think
it
it's
wasn't big.
proportionate.
Broken by Bigfoot.
Oh my
It was
god.
like it was like a romance novel.
Oh,
Broken
no.
by Bigfoot.
That's not even a sexy
Who
Bigfoot.
is this? Chelsea
Monster
Chanis.
erotica.
Chelsea Chanis.
Chainez.
Oh my god, we could buy this on Amazon. Oh, there's a couple of them. Look at this.
Bigfoot lover. Oh man, it's like a whole series.
Bigfoot, you are the father?
Is that just like a bunch of women sitting sit in front of Maury, and Maury's like, nope, Bigfoot, you are the father.
I don't think
Seduced
think
by
that I'm
Bigfoot.
ever gonna be pregnant, but if I am and someone asks me like who's the father,
Oh my god.
it's gonna be Bigfoot. I just have to say Bigfoot.
Look at this. There's already come for Bigfoot 13.
Oh yeah.
At least.
'Cause
At
you've
least.
you've
That's
had to
probably.
do Well, maybe it just
The
started at
Yeti
13.
comes again.
Oh wow.
Good for him.
That's like the winter Bigfoot. Snow Bigfoot. It's like, oh, it's extra cold. Oh, I'm the Yeti now.
Like,
He's got his,
what does that say?
his winter coat
seduced
on.
by Bigfoot. Wait, go down. No, go down.
That's what I said.
Seduced by Bigfoot. What does that say?
And ravaged.
Oh, and ravaged.
Seduced by Bigfoot. And ravaged.
ravaged.
'Cause I think
But
seduced
not
by Bigfoot. I
only-
think this is a sequel.
Not only are you
Sasquatch.
seduced.
And the Bigfoot double team.
Oh wow. So what's the difference between a Sasquatch and Bigfoot?
Hey, who knows?
I think there's.
Mountain
I mean, I
ranges?
always thought they were the same.
Maybe the Sasquatch is the girl one. Notice a lot of them
Maybe.
are fucking Bigfoots.
All right,
But
I
then
can
there was
see
a
that.
double team and a Sasquatch was there.
I really like. Do you remember that
I mean, Sasquatch does. You know,
the
it does
show that
sound-
had Bigfoot in it? What was it called?
Harry
and the
and the
Hendersons.
Hendersons?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was one of my favorite shows growing up.
That was a good show.
Yeah, Bigfoot.
Universal
pretty
used to
good.
bring out the costume and do it live.
And we have a friend up in Humboldt that has a song, the Sasquatch, Seed Squatch. That's his name, right? Seed Squatch.
Shout out to the Seed Squatch.
Yeah,
let's-
and then his
let's-
video is pretty cool.
Let's throw that up.
The song is fun. The video is fun. You're giving this to me?
Yeah.
I don't know where I can find it. Just go to YouTube, Seed Squatch. Or we can put it at the end.
Well, I feel bad. Yeah, I feel bad that if I'm getting the genders wrong, if Sasquatch is because he's Seed Squatch, and I said they're all girls.
Well, I mean, sass and seed are two different things, you know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what the
Oh, there you go.
I don't fully know how that works out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, now that
But I
I
think
don't know. We need to be educated. We need to have a Sasquatch / Bigfoot expert come in and talk to us about it.
yeah, that
We
would
need to find one.
I would love that. That would be so much fun.
But well, he's looking that up. Well, you should look it up and we'll put it in at the end. Oh, there it is. This is it. Has Mel seen this video?
No, but let's just play it and in its
Okay.
entirety and
Let's throw it
let
up.
people hear it.
It's called Legend of the Squatch. Squatch.
What
So
are
is
you
this
doing?
full screen for them right now, or is it going to be behind us?
You guys hear this shit?
Yes, I do.
So this is filmed.
Listen up, children.
never to go out in the woods all alone. People go missing and never make it home. No decent burial, not even one
He's got some
gone.
glass
All sitting in trees, but you can't see. Hear me calling shots far beyond big bad trim. My buddy two lamp short, I heard him yelling at him. Well, if you wanna bring his last, what you do it down with? Cautious taking chances, caution straight and
Do you see the
breaking
dirty water on that?
seeds growing trees.
So, this is right where we stay when we go up there.
No for
This is the
answers,
property.
no going back if he won't let you. Growing trees is all he knows, and peeping his shoes to the unlit window. Floodwaters, rock slide, better know where you're at. 36101 Redwoods attack. You gotta stay on the road.
I know, right? Those
People
are
climb up
sick.
it. It's just like trees a cat. You show up, take a second, don't forget where you're at. And don't get caught in your tips, that's a seatbelt strap. So all aboard, come along to the back of the woods. From the song, sing along, it'll be all good.
Seed Squad, man. He's the man.
Yeah, we met him. Look at that.
The song will get stuck in your head.
It already is.
Got the cats.
Yeah. He's reaching out.
Now, all this is just like nature in their neighborhood, you know? This is dope. That's what it looks like out there. It's beautiful.
Now I've been said too much about this watching his beers. I'm trying to make an honest living and be just like him. I like a cabin in the woods with the lights and the sun. You fuck with me, you fuck with watching. That's the way
Give them a sit back and weed.
taking chances, crossing streams and taking chances, popping seeds, growing trees,
Immediate friend.
stopping avalanches. He's spotting trendy dances, uses CBD for curing cancers. No one grows like he grows. He might be smoking on his window. Watches on heaven.
This just gets in your head. He's like teaching them shit.
707.
Squash just wants to learn.
Literally have the sweet thing.
That's the TV we see.
707.
Yeah, so this is it. You guys should, we'll have a link and you guys click on it and watch it, on the YouTubes. It's fun.
It's still going, but it'll get stuck in your head all day. So I'm gonna fade it out. That's a beautiful video. Check it out.
No, that's super great. And it'll be down in the show notes. You guys can check it
That's
out.
the TP you guys slept in?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the TP, the fucking toilet bear just snoring all night.
You gotta watch this video, dude. It is badass.
Yeah,
I just don't know if
It's
we're
so
allowed to play the
beautiful.
whole thing. I don't think they
I
care.
don't, yeah, I don't know. We never know.
No, it's not my place.
Well, we're trying to just promote them, so
Yeah,
go
exactly.
check them out on the YouTubes. Give them some hits and shit. It's
Please do.
fun.
This shit's
It's
so
a
fun.
fun video to watch. But yeah. So okay, so speaking of like videos and like photos and shit, art or not art? God, I keep confusing you two today. Good, Eric. You were telling me about that. About the AP photo. Can we pull that up and look at that? Because I haven't seen it. So this is in the...
Yeah,
Can you
so-
tell us about it?
Yeah, so this was
Look it up. AP photo.
I'm sorry, I can't. You gotta stop this music. You can't think of anything else.
give me a second here.
So about the conference and...
AP climate activist cropped out. But so there was this big conference going on in Switzerland that goes on every year. It's called the it happens in Davos, Switzerland, and it's called the World Economic Forum. And this year, like there's always, it's this big meeting of, you know, business and government essentially, and this year, you know, the Greta Thunberg talked, and
How dare you.
and Trump talked, and
Such a fucking
there were
hater.
How dare you?
How dare you?
You're also all
You're
haters.
stealing my childhood.
How
I should be
dare
at
you?
school.
I'm gonna go on record as to not agreeing with these.
How dare you not agree? I'm gonna protest you, Serafina.
How dare
The science is there.
A
The
protest?
science is in, and you're bad.
What an
How
embarrassment.
dare you?
Could we move on, please?
Okay, I think we're done. One more?
You were done?
Okay, we're done.
Sure.
But so
Stupid.
Is this the photo?
I'm sorry.
no.
Eric.
During
No, there, down. Scroll down one.
If you scroll down a little bit, so during the conference, they
Oh, I see what they did here.
they had this, and it was yeah.
God damn it.
I know. It
How
was,
dare they?
yeah.
How dare you?
No, that's serious.
The AP Newswire, which is for people who don't know, like it's like the AP Newswire and Getty Films and Getty Photography are like some of the biggest news services and photo services in the world. So a lot of publications use the official photos,
AP news feeds and stuff
that
like
come
that
from that feed.
for their articles.
It's like
Yeah.
a stock footage.
Yeah,
Like
it's like
this
a stock,
came in from
exactly.
the AP.
Yeah, it came in from the AP, and the initial one was of these four children climate activists. They're like, I think this was all focused on people who were like under 18 who were there talking about different different things. I don't know if they were all climate activists actually, but
just activists.
yeah, they were just children activists, and they definitely cropped out the one black girl from Uganda. Like they didn't they didn't fess up to it when it finally happened. The AP president basically just said the photographer cropped it out for composition purposes. He was trying to get rid of a building in the background. But it's just like a weird. I don't know. It's fucking weird to me. It's weird to me that we put this like precedent on having a bunch of children in this very high public media situation that I mean, I've worked in media and for like 10 years, and it's still weird to me. So to put like a child in that environment is just like a weird thing to me. And then to start cropping them out, and so now there's news stories. Like it's a sad thing, I think.
Okay. Well, I just think it's extremely racist and questionable why they would crop
100%.
her out in the first place, right? And
100%.
I mean,
yeah.
I disagree. Like, climate, like, activism and stuff like that, and being passionate about something enough to do something and try to actively make change, no matter how old you are, I think should be applauded and good for them for trying to do something that they believe in and putting their money where their mouth is if they are doing that. So I don't think that.
but they're kids. I mean, I agree with you. I agree that they should be able to go out and speak. But just what we know about how the cycle and the way that the media works to put people and to put kids in like that type of situation to me is just a weird, like, it's a weird thing. It's something I'm uncomfortable with. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying
the only
I'm
person that I
uncomfortable
know
with it.
there is the Greta person, which because you guys, then the only reason why I know about her so much is because I heard the news article, but then you guys make fun of her constantly. But I don't know any other of these kids. So, and they're there in media for being activists, sure, but I don't think that they're being followed around with cameras. I don't think that they're like.
They carry cameras.
Yeah, every single child
What do
does.
you mean?
And
These are who they're targeting.
Yeah, but I mean,
every kid is on like social media
I say
and
we
is
put
in
them
front
all
of the
on timeout.
camera all the time.
We just put them all
You know
in
what I
time
mean? And just because you're a kid or younger doesn't mean that you don't have like good ideas or have passions or know what you're talking about when it comes to things that you care about.
No.
Like
I agree with
Hauser.
that, but I don't think you should be thrust into a media spotlight that is built like.
Yeah, that could break
is
that little
built,
girl
is
and her
100%
spirits.
built on the fact of making money. They're not interested in what these people have to say. I agree that people should be able to go out there and say what they have to say. But the way that we use people in the media is, especially now, a really hard thing to put children through. And it's just, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I support all the things they're doing. Like, I think they're good ideas. I don't have kids, so I don't know what it's like to have a kid who wants to do something. You know, like,
No,
I don't
you're
know
100% right.
I don't know these situations.
You're 100% right, because my mom wanted to put me in modeling. My mom wanted to put me in all these things, and I did a little bit of modeling when I was younger. But my dad was like, he told Rachel no. He refused to put that pressure on me, and I went to a modeling agency, and they told me that I was too big, so I had to lose weight or I had to get bigger to model plus size. And I was fucking 11, like, just got my period type shit, and they're already trying to tell me
to get bigger.
How to? Yeah, they wanted. Yeah, that's what they said. You got to lose weight or you got to get bigger so you could do plus size. Like,
doesn't the camera add 10 pounds anyway?
I don't know. I was a little girl, and they were already trying to put pressure on my weight. You feel me? Like.
Yeah, I mean,
I get what Eric is saying. I get what Eric is saying.
I understand
Look what they just did to that little girl. Like,
and I agree with him. But what I'm kind of disagreeing with here is I don't think that this is the situation where that's happening, because I don't think anyone's going up to any one of those kids and being like, "You need to gain weight."
They just cropped out the black girl and left all the little white girls. What the fuck are you saying?
But that's a different subject than being.
No, it's not.
It's not necessarily.
No, it's not.
That's being thrust into the media.
They did that not because she's a little kid. That's what I'm saying.
They did it because she's black.
No, exactly.
Thank you.
It's exactly.
That's
it's not because
been
she's a little
saying.
kid. It's not because they're children that they're doing it. I'm thrusting children into a situation that even adults can't deal with is just a weird thing to me. I'm not, that's what's weird to me.
Okay,
What could a parent or what could anybody say?
I think that kids can handle more than what you guys are thinking. Like, okay, again, these are okay.
You don't want him to be Corey Feldman's. That guy is not okay. He is not okay.
I don't know who Corey Feldman is.
Oh, yes, you do. And he's you never probably seen Goonies.
No.
She's too young.
Oh, you're so lucky.
No, you just watched the Goonies.
I just watched the Goonies.
He's someone that stardom and
Is he the one
fame ruins.
that spoke in Spanish?
He was in the movie, yes, in Goonies.
The
He spoke in
cute
Spanish.
one.
Yeah. It was him.
Yeah, the cute one. That's
And
the one that
and
got...
like a life of being able to do whatever he wants and all kinds of drugs and everything pretty much made him a weird motherfucker today. And last I heard of him, he was like going to name all the pedophiles in Hollywood after he raised $4 million to release his movie. And I was like, fuck you. If you have a list and you're like bribing people for $4 million, you're a piece of shit. And that's what happens. He's an example of what could happen when you're thrust in the media way too early. What's her name?
But again, that's not
Drew
the same.
Barrymore is doing like cocaine at like 10.
Yes, but those are actors.
That's still thrusted into fame.
It's people thrust into fame.
I disagree
King
with
Tut. King
Okay.
Tut.
I think it's different.
What's different about it? I'm just curious.
It's a different kind of fame. Because I think there's more of an exploitation fact when you're little and like maybe acting and stuff like that, and people are trying to please you. They're making a point, trying to get their voices heard.
People are coming to him. How do you think they got
action.
there? Someone flew them out there. But someone had them given those press passes and paid for their stay and like be there. You know, like
and like the actor, like as a child actor, you're just going to the set because this is something fun. Like you're not going there to try to be manipulated.
You're not also going there to try to make a difference. You're going there to work. You're working. These kids are going to try to make a change in something that they believe in. It's two different things. And I feel like, maybe there is going to be something that happens to them, in the sense of, being in the media and being covered like this. But I think that's part of what they want to do because they want more attention to their cause. One. So I think that's part of the thing. Also, every child right now is getting thrust into media via their social media, via Facebook, Instagram, all that shit. And there's like kids getting all fucked up about that who don't know shit, and all they're doing is looking at their phones and trying to get more likes. So I feel like that's happening more and more, and this is a different situation.
Remember that like little blonde goofy girl, and she grew up? It was like a meme. They just used it. She was like one of the standard memes back when memes first started.
Oh,
She
really?
was like a little, like, she had little, like, buck tooth girl. She just, like,
with the little
and yeah, she had little hair, and then she just.
Oh, I know who you're
But
talking
she was
about.
like, imagine being her. Like, her picture was used.
Exactly.
All right, so can we
Yeah,
do this?
so or
What does
like
she
your
look
whole
like
life
now?
is online.
So
Wait,
can we
how
do,
old
can
is
we do
she?
this? Can we do this
You can see her now.
real quick? I mean, can we at least play part of this? If you look up Vanessa, I'm gonna say the name wrong. Nakati,
Nakate, maybe?
Nakate. Like, she posted a video, and this is the person who was removed from that photo, and she posted a video that says, "Share if you can what it means to be removed from a photo."
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched this at all, but let's at least see what she has to say about it then.
I don't know if I have it yet.
Well, it's there, but we gotta find it.
What publication is it on?
She posted it on her Twitter.
I got it now.
Well, if she posted that on her Twitter, that's what she's asking. She's asking people to share their experiences if that ever happened to them, right?
People being affected
Are you gonna take a photo?
by the climate crisis in my country and in Africa and in various parts of the world. And I have seen people die and how people lose their families, people lose their children, people lose their homes and everything that they ever dreamed of and hoped for. And I just saw all these things. I'm like, who is going to be able to speak for all these people? This is the first time in my life that I understood the definition of the word racism. And they have the guts to change the photo without even giving an explanation or giving an apology. Does that mean that I have no value as an African activist, or the people from Africa don't have any value at all? But we don't deserve this. Africa is the least emitter of carbons, but we are the most affected by the climate crisis. But you erasing our voices won't change anything. You erasing our stories won't change anything.
Yeah. I mean, that's powerful shit right there.
Yeah, 100%. You know?
And it's fucked up, dude. It's racism is it's everywhere. And it's
Not everywhere. It's not in this room. Hide your face.
God fucking damn it. Stupid.
That's un pendejo. Ay, Dios mío. Apple pie.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we're asked out,
Jesus.
Art.
Yep. We didn't what? We didn't get a cup or pie?
No, they fucking just did their own.
What are you talking about?
Talking about racism.
I haven't done it yet.
I'm brown and he's white. He's brown and you're white. Figure it out.
I am not white.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not figuring nothing
See,
out.
that's racist as fuck right there.
I'm brown light. I'm
You're white skinned.
I'm extra.
He's brown skinned. He's white skinned. I'm brown skinned.
Hey, man.
All right,
I'm just a high school dropout. I don't know what
racism into this room.
I don't know what.
If anything,
Oh,
we're
man.
the same fucking color, you little bitch.
Dang.
So that's racist as
I
fucking
think you're the
fuck.
little bitch. I'm the big bitch.
The big little bitch.
All right.
I think it's racist to be offended by being called a different race than your own.
I know, I'm not even fucking joking. Like, I mean, I am joking. I'm not even serious.
Not even fucking joking. Man.
Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all.
Okay. So should we
Yep.
take a little bit of this apple pie
Yep.
moonshine? That's mine, BT Dubs. Is there another one in here? I guess we can share it. Because I don't want that much. Alright, so I feel like we have to, because we have a lot to say about yesterday, or a couple days ago, depending on when this is going out. I think it's going out soon.
It's gonna last forever.
And ever.
My great grandchildren, because I fuck a lot, are gonna say, be watching this, they're gonna be like, damn, he was right the whole time.
I will always be there for.
That sounds copywritten.
So sad. So Kobe Bryant passed away in a helicopter crash,
Yeah.
which is very tragic. It was
Along with 8 other people.
With 8 other people, 9 people died, including his daughter and his daughter's teammates and their parents, and
A pilot.
and the pilot. And it's super, super sad. And it's kind of just like stopped LA. Like when we were doing our pre-show, it was hard for us. It took us a minute to think about what else is happening besides Kobe and his daughter and everyone else passing away, you know? Because it was kind of just been all consuming, especially in Los Angeles, because Kobe is such a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely big in LA, but he was also like he's one of those athletes that transcends a sport, is bigger than a sport is. You know, like he's one of those household names that just.
Didn't he play in France too? In French too?
What?
He played ball in France in the off season. So he
Maybe.
was. So he was.
He spoke
Yeah,
Spanish.
so he was famous in Europe.
He became fluent in both languages too.
So in America,
in Italy.
America, he kicked ass.
In
in
Italia.
Italy. Yeah, we probably did a bunch of those places, man. They're all small.
Italy, and he learned Spanish and
all
Italian
those little tiny
fluently.
baby countries. Little small. World's just starting off. Baby countries, not big borders, little fences, tiny walls. Baby countries.
I mean, I hate to cut Art off, but I'm going to. So it's just like everyone was just really sad, and I'm not a huge fan of Kobe. You know, I respect his talent and shit. Like he was really good at what he did, but it's very sad, and I'm also like very sad because, you know, I can't imagine his other daughters and his wife and family and like the other people too. Like just it's so crazy.
Well, could you imagine that? Like, and this kind of goes into like fucking. Anyways, can you imagine
our social media
finding out that your husband and daughter died from TMZ? It's just like that's the type of world that we live in.
Yeah,
like,
but I thought that was against the law.
I feel like that's a goal for some people.
I thought that or maybe it's not anymore, but it was kind of like.
What are they going to do? They're going to go arrest TMZ?
Yeah.
No, not
what are they
not
gonna
necessarily against the law, but it was like you don't.
They'll probably send them a letter.
Call the
they pay a
family
fine?
first.
They pay a fine? No, I'm sure it is for law enforcement and for like government entities.
Well, I know,
but an
just
outside,
like
somebody sold that information. It could have been an operator. It could have been an operator that worked at the place at the tower.
Like, how did they know so fast? Like,
I think a lot of people.
Somebody put two correlated. Oh shit, that's Kobe's helicopter. Oh shit, Kobe went down on that helicopter. I'm going to sell this.
Wait,
TMZ paid money for that information.
100%.
100%. They paid money.
From the time it went down.
From the time it went down. And
then it was on on TV. What was that?
I'm going to choose to tread lightly about what I say and how I say it about this because I feel very strongly about this loss. I feel and when I say loss, I mean loss for a lot of people. Personally,
Throughout the country.
No, I'm not even talking about
Throughout
throughout the country. I'm talking about his family, his people that actually knew him. Because people are sitting here on media reposting his face, reposting her face, and we get the gesture, but also these people have zero privacy, and they live like this their whole lives. And today or yesterday, whenever it is, they deserve to have some sort of. She cannot turn her fucking phone on. She cannot turn her TV on. She cannot pick up the phone. There's no normal conversation in this family's life right now at all. Is by completely removing themselves from everything that they know. They're just sitting in sadness. And people are talking about this person like, oh, woe is me. But there are true people hurting right now and having to relive that pain all day because it's bombarded down their throat. I was on the phone with my boyfriend FaceTiming him when fucking Zach got a phone call from somebody because he's a hardcore Kobe fan. And he's like, yo, TMZ just released it. And we're Googling it. We're in line ordering food, Googling it. And there is nothing on Google about it. Like, we couldn't find anything. Zach's like, it's fake news. My boyfriend got mad at me, fucking talking about, that's fucking fake news. I gotta get off my 10. Like, I'll talk to you later. Click. Like,
when you first sent it to me, like, you sent it to the group.
What time was
right
that?
After it happened.
Right
and
after.
It was
like 12.
So it was 2 hours because I think it crashed around 10.
At 10. Yeah, at 10. But the time that it took for people to correlate the two, like, it was very quickly, and then there wasn't any stories surfacing.
Because only TMZ would do it, because only TMZ was paying someone to give them that information.
Exactly.
100%.
100%.
That's how TMZ works.
Exactly. And so like,
wait. Let me ask a question. So, do you know for sure that that's how they found out?
Yes, that
TMZ was the first place to report it. 100%.
TMZ was the first place to report it. The sheriffs hadn't gotten to Vanessa Bryant yet, and it was mentioned
you know that it was mentioned first?
It was mentioned. Yes, it was mentioned in a news by a cop yesterday that they weren't going to release anybody else because they weren't going to do that. They specifically said, we're not going to do that, release information before families have been notified, and it's been a for sure
That's
thing.
why no one knew if the daughters were in there yet.
Yeah.
Nothing, because they just knew it was Kobe's.
They knew it was, they knew it was Kobe's.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
And they kept on saying Vanessa wasn't on there because Vanessa called probably like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying.
I kept on reading that, and I was like, yo, why do they keep on specifying that Vanessa's not in there?
News places, like, as far as I know, until the family is notified, and it's because it's also never that soon when they're doing something. They don't release names. You know what I mean? Like, even in, like, police chases, do they release the name? I mean, that is one where they...
Sometimes they do.
They do.
Yeah, but...
If they know it, but that's kind of a little
but that's different.
Stitch.
And TMZ has changed that. Like literally TMZ has changed that in
college, like, I got a BA in journalism. But in college, I went to one of those, like, seminars and where there was, like, someone from the LA Times was there, someone from all the, like... the Christian thing and online shit, and then a photographer was there, and then Harvey, the TMZ guy, was actually there too. And I asked him a couple questions, and I was like, how can you say that you're, a legit news source when you do breaking news, like the Mel Gibson shit they broke, and they, like, break some shit, but that's next to... There's no difference in their publication, but that's next to a photo of, like, let's say Jennifer Aniston, who just walks out of her house with a hat down, looking down and being like, oh, she's depressed from whatever, and that's not even real. It's just, stupid. Like, tabloid shit. You know what I mean? So you have tabloid type shit and then real news. And then you're just, like, sensational also news, trying to do whatever. So how can you justify that?
Well, they're gossipers, and people like gossipers. They can justify it easily because there are people dying to know. There are people dying to retweet that. How many people? You know how
That's
many?
What he said too.
You know how many
That's kind of what he said.
You know how many screenshots I saw of people screenshotting just the TMZ, talking about what the fuck, this better be fake. Like, okay, this better be fake, but yet you decided to screenshot it and repost it, so it gets flooded to millions and shared within fucking minutes, bro.
Well, because that's the world we live in now. Like, we are in a world. It is, well, but also not just that, but that's how we're sharing information now. Where before we were getting information without the ability to really respond to it to other people so quickly and so fastly to so many people. You know what I mean?
Totally.
So everyone needs to have like their say or
people
whatever.
that have emotion
like,
and people that have like again, my when I thought about this tragedy yesterday, and I thought personally about people that I knew were going to be affected by it. Personally, I reached out, to this guy that dated my mom, who was there for me at a very dark time in my childhood. And he had no obligation to me, but, he grew to love me. And I knew he was going to be upset. And I sent him a message, and he liked my message. He didn't respond right back or anything. And then today on the news, I'm watching a video, and his ass was there within the hour at the crash site being interviewed, like, on the news. And this is a grown-ass man, like, crying. And I like...
You saw the guy you know?
Yeah, I saw Demetrius on the news. And I knew, I knew he was going to be affected by this personally. I knew he would show out, because one of the things that I fucking hated about was being in elementary school and middle school, going through his car every fucking Laker game. If we were driving somewhere, we had to listen to it. And as a little girl, I did not want to listen to this shit in his little ass Datsun. I hated it. We never missed listening to the Lakers. If we weren't watching them, we were listening to them, Die hard fan. And he was there balling on the news. Like, he went over there immediately. And he's somebody that I know he wasn't doing it for the clout. Like, I know he's always had true love, but he felt some way about it, and media got him by chance. But it's a violation of privacy to just talk about two people dying. Like, it's more than that. This is a father and a daughter who had a bond, and that bond they left together.
Yeah, but...
and that's the only comfort. That's the only thing that I can think about is what they were thinking or saying to each other as this was happening. Were they prepared? Did they get hit left field? Were they fucking eating strawberries, laughing all shits and giggles, and it went down? Or was,
I imagine it's like that movie with The Rock.
Stupid
Except
ass.
Kobe was allowed to have that helicopter.
Well,
It's just also like there were other people on that plane that had
100%.
Parents.
maybe the same, connection with their kids
That's
and
what
shit.
I'm saying.
And it's
I hope, yeah.
it's
I
like
imagine
people
they did. They
also
were their
like my
kids.
brother was saying, Peter Fino was like, it is really sad, but and I know he means a lot to people, but also people die all the time tragically, and families, and no one gives a shit about
Exactly.
other people. And I agree, it's so sad that happened, but it's also so sad that we care so much more about celebrities than we do about
don't you feel like it's
any
more of
other people?
Like deeper, it's more of a wake up call. Like, this guy seemed like what would have like the most awesome life.
Money
Like,
can't save
he couldn't
you.
Exactly.
And
like,
in this case,
he
what I
couldn't
said
lose, and
immediately, he died from being rich. Kinda. Let me explain myself.
it's a side effect.
This fool, he
traveling-
skipped college to go to be Laker, right? So he had money from a young age.
Calabasas
so
to Newport. That's like a 2-hour drive.
and he was helicoptering into his games all the time. Like, he had that helicopter lifestyle, right?
And to be fair, if I could afford to helicopter to the cinema from here instead of taking the bus there, I 100%
the cinema couldn't
would.
afford for you to land a helicopter.
Yeah, no, I would.
I 100% would take
People
the
are saying
helicopter
that.
there.
I would not, because that's just fucking.
Yo,
That's the
too
new thing.
much.
The new
Did you
thing
see
is
the
like
video
Uber
though? Did you see the
helicopters.
video?
No, I don't want
Serafina?
to. I don't want to see the
Of
video.
what?
There's a
I don't need to see
video.
it.
No,
Of what?
No. Hold on. Let me
The helicopter crash?
No,
No one lets anyone talk.
No. There's a video that somebody posted. You and I both gave an opinion when we spoke about it on the phone yesterday about how being rich was a downfall, or that's the cause of why he died. Again, we said that, and it was a little bit assholish of us to say that, but there was.
I didn't finish explaining myself.
No, I
Go
know,
ahead.
but I thought that. I thought that. Like, fuck, man, if he would have just been driving like the rest of us. And there is a video released that he. It went out either 2014 or 2018. I can't remember, because I read a lot about. I've been reading a lot about him. There was a video where he goes into. I think that this person asked him why he does the helicopter thing, and he said, "Well, coming back from practice one day, I was in traffic. And I missed and he says it like in conversation. He's like, I missed a play or something, and he was like, I didn't want to do that, so I decided that I wanted to be able to focus on my craft and practice, but still not lose family time. So he said that his morning routine or his schedule was that he'd get in his helicopter, go do his media thing, go get his hours in practice, his craft, and then he'd take a helicopter back home to pick the girls up from school. And that he, like, even said, like, my wife would offer to pick them up. But I said no. Like, as much time as I spent away from my children, any time that I could be with them, I wanted to. So it was easy for me to get in the helicopter, get home, carpool, and go pick my
But
children up.
didn't he
And
be in
even
the
if that
helicopter
time's-
before he had kids?
No. He said no. It says that he was interviewed about it.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
he
I don't
got
know when he
into
got in it, but yeah, I mean, I just
But
one thing I noticed about the Kobe, this helicopter crash in Kobe, and is I watched, I was at the cinema yesterday when I found out, and I was watching just the local news coverage, and just the news coverage on it, and I saw two different things, and I saw one of them was there was a lot of people flocking to murals of him and taking selfies, and
everyone went down to the Staples Center.
Well, yeah. But there was also different murals, different areas that people were going to, and taking pictures. And I saw a lot of things on my social media of people, I was hashtag on my way to hashtag Sunday dinner, and I found out about hashtag, so I saw that. It was interesting to see that aspect of how, like, our society deals with death now. And then you also saw a bunch of people going to the Staples Center, and they had, surprisingly, helicopters flying around up them, showing just kind of showing this area. And there were people there who they weren't. It was like, it was more of a mourning type of thing. Like, it was an interesting thing to see from an outside perspective of what seemed to be like a attention grabbing way to deal with things, and a different way of dealing with things that wasn't focused on like outward attention and getting anything. It was just focused on going there and being with
other
people and
who
grieving
thought
with
the
that.
same.
Yeah.
And like it was a really interesting thing. And then I saw this thing today of Martin Luther King Jr.'s daughter, who had posted this thing that I thought it was a really interesting take on this, which was just, mourning a celebrity does not equal lack of consciousness, and sometimes the death of someone we feel like we knew but never actually touched triggers pain about people that we knew well. We are on a brief pilgrimage here, reconciling life and death, love well. And I just thought that was a really interesting way that I saw this morning, because that was the one thing I was looking at yesterday. Is I just kept seeing like these seemed to be these like two different ways of dealing with grief in like an internet social media like connected,
right.
Which is just it's a
everybody
weird
deals with death and grieving in their own ways. But like, it's like my very good friend of mine, their house burned down back in Oregon, and I'm not trying to take the light off of what we're talking about at hand, but quick, that their house was caught on fire. My friend lost her dog, and she showed up to her dog being gone, and she's on the floor hugging her dead dog when she gets home, and the news like reported it from afar and got her and her grandma and everybody on there, and they didn't know about being on the news, so they were on the news. And like, it's just a violation. It's a violation, and it's crazy. I get it. I mean, I'm sure she'll feel the love eventually, but it's just a lot of emotions to take in. And I want people, when they think about it, to go back and reflect personally on your own personal life. And it's like, I wake up every morning and tell you guys I love you. We talk every day, all day, and I'm very grateful for that. If anything, God forbid, I hope not, higher power, whomever, baby Jesus, the weed gods, anybody,
Odin.
protect these people.
Odin's number
But
one,
if any of us were to go, I wouldn't feel like I missed out on telling you how I felt or showing you how I felt all the time. take that for what it is, because all the money, all the greatness that he accomplished, all these things that people are doing, vision boards, and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Like, honestly, don't fucking lose focus on what's really important every day, all day, of just being with each other.
It's 2020.
Like
year
you're chasing greatness,
vision.
you're chasing all this. I get it.
That's
Chase
like
it.
kind of
Do
what
it. Get your drive.
Kind of back to what Eric was saying is, and what you were saying earlier, Mel, is just for example, people at the Staples Center, people like felt a need to
Rock
go
already. I know Elliot loves her. She already did a mural.
To go be like with each other because they all like feel the same way about Kobe, and like just couldn't stay at home and was like, I gotta go be with people, and like people are posting that on social media, which is kind of like in a way could cheapen it, like he's saying, but that's just how people are living their lives now. They gotta be posting everything. I mean, not everyone, because I need to post more actually, especially for what I'm trying to do. Like, I need to figure out how to do that more.
What are you trying to do?
But fucking be a comedian. But like, it is also like, and that's the way people can come together. Like online too. If you can't be there, you can see people being there, and you can kind of participate a little bit from somewhere else. But there's like there's good things and bad things, like you said. Like, everyone's just focused on the screen in front of them. But then at the same time, you're going and being with people physically. But then when you're there, you're also on a screen showing it to people.
Whatever, do you. Just remember that who you're talking about belong to people. Remember that what you're talking about, the person you're talking about, is not an object, not a toy, something that, you're not going to get forever. People lost somebody that they went to sleep with and woke up to every morning and hugged and loved, and that's not...
Yeah, you're saying remember the real people.
Remember the real people. There's a person. That's a person there. It's a person there.
And also remember that everyone
no
is real
amount
peoples.
of purple and yellow is going to replace that person physically and emotionally to a lot of people. And I heard a couple of people have the nerve to try to fucking compare Nipsey and Kobe's death, and one person was like, well, no offense to Nip, but I think that Kobe was to everybody worldwide, and the other person was like, no, I think it was Nip.
Why would you even compare people's lives?
And that was what my point was.
I will say this: Kobe will have a bigger parade.
Even the pilot, yeah, probably. Even the pilot, everybody in there though. There's no comparison, but it's like, I asked these people, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, if Lauren London and Vanessa Bryant were in line behind you at 7-Eleven listening to you have this conversation, how the fuck do you think that they would feel? And that person was like, yo, I didn't think about it like that. And I'm like, well, yeah, like, you're talking about them like placing bets. Like, it's not, who the fuck are you but ain't got a pot to piss in the world, talking about somebody's life, trying to rate it. Don't rate that. Don't rate what a bigger loss is, or who's losing, or what was me. All I know is that the people that I know that are hurting, I feel bad for them. And a lot of my generation, I went to a school with a lot of guys that didn't grow up with their fathers, that didn't have a father, that idolized him, that looked up to him, that, like, that was also brought to my attention, that I know a lot of people that didn't grow up with fathers, and these dudes, Kobe.
Well,
was
my
somebody
brother didn't grow up with a father, and he was like, it just sucks that you have, like, for people to care about you or care about shit. Like, you can accomplish a lot too, and like have like be a good person, but we just care so much more for a celebrity. And Kobe like made a shit ton of money, and should we really like be paying athletes all of this money?
I mean, why does that come into factor right now? Why would that even be a factor?
Because I'm pulling it back to what Art was saying about Australia. They're getting money. What are they going to do with the money?
I was tripping when it was Robin Williams. I fucking rode my bike to his star.
But no one was mad that he was rich or anything. That's what I'm saying. Like, this.
No one's mad that he's rich now.
He's Kobe Bryant and some people's Robin Williams. That's all I'm saying.
No,
I feel what you're saying, Art, but that, because when Robin Williams died, homie, I rode a bike all on a Tuesday and went and visited from Culver City to his star.
Like how you loved him there.
I didn't have shit to give. I just went to look.
He's some people's Robin Williams. That's what I was saying. Like, he's right up there and like legendary, and like it's hard to explain why. Like, there's some people living right now who go, "Who the fuck's Robin Williams?" Or like whatever.
I hate sometimes when I can't finish what I'm saying because it just goes on to what you think I'm saying.
Okay, try again.
Let me try again. Thank you. So I can even say that with Robin Williams or with anyone who, like, it sucks when anyone dies. You know what I mean? When anyone dies. And
except for my one bitch ass aunt who was a cunt. Fucking glad she's dead.
But just to think about the activism part of what we were talking about today too, and I was just thinking about this in general.
Mm-hmm.
You know, athletes just make a lot of money. Celebrities make a lot of money. People like, because I was listening to a podcast about how the tax brackets changed from kind of when Donald Trump's father kind of became like really big in real estate, and he was like one of the first people to cheat taxes. Like, I was listening to this NPR thing.
Who was?
Oh wait, I think it was
It was the
Trump Inc. episode.
Yeah, it was It was talking about the general shift of capitalism, democracy to oligarchy.
Okay.
And it was like the gradual shift to oligarchy.
A Russian model.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now how it's kind of happening also here in kind of like
it's been happening. Yeah,
in,
it's been happening.
in taxes and how
they
people are getting rich and failing to pay taxes, and how the government is getting poorer and poorer and poorer because rich people aren't paying their share in taxes, and they're not because they're being bought by politicians are being bought by rich people, right? So, but I'm just thinking, like, is this shift gonna, like, are we gonna shift back? Because
always forward, Fina.
And the reason why, what?
Shift back to what?
Shift back to what?
The old kind of tax way where.
No.
How did we just move from Kobe's dying to taxes?
I'd rather talk about taxes.
You're talking about all this money that he made.
I was just saying.
And now we're talking about taxes. So before we deter from what it was, what were you comparing? How much money or how much we paid him to that? Because let's
who? What are you talking about?
Okay,
I haven't finished my point since.
I mean, I know you went to taxes.
Hey, I
that's what I'm talking
this
about.
moonshine is
But
really
why
strong,
are taxes?
and I've been like staring off for a while
because people can keep.
like what?
So Kobe died with that money? Is that what you're saying right now? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm just saying that we put so much, and Kobe did, like, he won championships and he was really good at what he does. But so are teachers, and we don't pay teachers shit. You know what I mean? And we don't. I'm just saying it's just
I think
not.
good teachers
those are fucking bigger fish to fry. That what the fuck? Like,
I'm just.
I don't know.
Moving on. Like, do you have more to say about it? I was just explaining my little thought that everyone jumped on.
Well, yeah, because I'm gonna jump on it because I don't feel like it's sensitive.
Well, because
I don't think
you
it's
weren't even listening to me.
I was listening to you. You started talking about this.
You don't understand what I'm saying.
I think I know what you're saying, Fina, because I think
I would love to pay Fina as much money as Kobe makes to fucking make me laugh at the cinema bars. All I'm saying, that's not the cards that are dealt. Like, where the money comes from, If one of us fucking gets rich,
what? Please,
because. I think I know what you're saying, because this is also kind of the thing that I've wrestled with when there's anytime there's a big celebrity death, or someone that people know, and it's this his life was no more valuable than the person down the street who got hit by a car and died. I struggle with that. But then there's also the factor of, I mean, he just, by virtue of what he did, touched so many more people. Like, he would, like, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong, like, because I'm struggling with this stuff too, but it's just by virtue of who he was, he was a much bigger person. Like, if I walked down the street and get hit by a bus tomorrow, I would hope that all of you guys are super sad and you're super upset about it, but I wouldn't expect the person across the street that I don't know to be upset about it.
Right, no, but that's what I'm saying. But the example I talked about on a couple of podcasts ago in Pasadena, someone was running across the street, got hit by a car, dead on the street. People just drove past him for like 30 minutes.
Because they didn't care. Because it wasn't Kobe. It wasn't someone they cared about.
Because we don't care about life. No. You know what I mean?
When I was a teenager, I've ollied over dead people.
I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way. I feel like there are a few. There's a rare breed. There is a rare breed of empathy, like people with empathy. Like, that's for sure. And I feel like you lack empathy when you bring a money situation into this, because it's so much more than that. Yeah, he made money. Fucking, do you really think that Kobe was born knowing like, yo, I'm gonna fucking make a
First
gang
of all,
of money?
Melania, back the fuck
Like,
up.
His dad was a 76er.
His dad was an
Yes,
NBA
and
player.
didn't know what he
Melania,
was
that's
gonna
not.
get.
That was
Yeah,
a
he did.
side. That was a side note of, because I was listening to this podcast earlier. It was not to be like, oh, it's okay that Kobe died because he had money. That's not what I was saying at all. So
No,
please fucking back up from that.
No one
No one,
thinks that you said
no
that.
one thought you said that. I don't think.
I don't think that she said that, no. But I'm just saying it while in the midst of conversation,
But if it
it's
makes you
easy to get
mad,
misconstrued. Like, get off or you get mad. I don't really give a shit if she gets mad or not. She could get mad. I could get mad. Okay. I still love her. What the fuck? Like, that's
Yeah,
besides the point.
We were talking.
No one's
Like-
mad. It's just moonshine.
Shut the fuck up, you idiot.
Well,
You're
you
distracting
fucking-
me from my point, puto.
I'm the comedy relief.
What weirded me out, and what kind of bums me
My
out.
point, you just fucking make me mad.
Melania's the new Fina. Art makes Melania mad.
That fool always makes me mad. It's more when I'm bartending and I have to serve him, but
But one of the things that that I've been looking at, or that I've been thinking about a lot, especially over the last days, since Kobe died and these 9 people died in this helicopter crash, is the kind of way that it gets almost weaponized
And
to make
used?
money.
Used.
Yeah, and used to make, that's the word I was looking for. Used to make money. Like, this morning I woke up, I turned on Hulu just to watch something, just to put on a fucking TV show to watch, and the top of everything is the life and death of Kobe Bryant, and it's immediately you're making millions and millions and millions of dollars off of his death.
I just
That's not going to go to anywhere. Like, it's like the last cash grab.
I just choked on a chili. You
Okay,
talking about
first
fucking
of all,
Melania?
because you put
That's a sad,
tahini
sad,
all
sad
over
thing
it
of world.
and you're licking it
It's not
like
fair.
it's a goddamn popsicle while he's talking, and then you start choking.
Did you hear me lick it?
Yeah.
You could have started with fucking Melania then I wouldn't have choked on
Oh,
the
I
thing.
love you guys so much.
I forgot.
But yeah, Eric, it's,
We'll never ride helicopters together.
I'm right. I want to ride a helicopter.
No, we'll go one at a time though.
like everyone, yeah, because it's like everyone has to pay tribute. Everyone has to have their say in it. You know what I mean? Otherwise, no one's going to be watching you, right? Because that's what they want to be watching.
Yeah, you'll be an influencer.
Because I'm just at like how they're making money.
I saw that. I went right back to Hell's Kitchen, what I've been binge watching, because that's what I want to watch.
But start looking at what
Yeah.
start looking when you're like on social media. Start looking on like when you're on Facebook, when you're on Instagram. Start looking 100 first for mature adult time, but second, start looking for when you start seeing sponsored posts, and start seeing how many sponsored posts are used with Kobe Bryant over the next like 2 weeks.
Gear?
And it's gonna be so much
That's
money.
interesting.
Arts and
so
crafts that are
much
purple and
money
yellow. I'm gonna look
is
right
gonna
now.
get fed. Is gonna get fed.
All of the
into-
sneakerheads that had Kobe shoes
Yeah.
are just made so
Yep.
much money. All of his shoes
Yep.
became so much more valuable.
Well,
And none. And
I
you know
saw a
what?
friend of mine that's a collector.
And none of the.
I saw a friend of mine that's a collector, and he has a gang of Kobe shit. A gang of Dodgers. He's very serious about what he does. He literally dead stocked, pulled out shoes and a jersey.
Oh yeah.
Kobe's from '97
Yep.
when he was 17, and he posted and he opened the bag and he threw it on, opened the shoes, threw them on, and went to the Staples Center. So like I do know that there are a lot of people too.
That's kind of cool because I know how much people like shoes and like that's a really cool
Dude,
thing.
no, people.
Yeah, and
people
I got
fucking
another
love
friend.
Kobe.
Yeah, I got another friend who's got a book, and he went to the Staples Center today, and he said, "I'm gonna get this signed with as many fans as I can, and I promise you guys are gonna see me. I'm gonna drop it off to his high school in Philly." There's some really people that are diehard for this, and I don't feel.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
and
they
that-
are. Like
that
I
stuff's
worked with
beautiful.
the guy.
That's beautiful.
He's from L.A. Culver City guy, and he like fucking love Kobe, like just loves him, and I get it, especially if you're in basketball and that shit. Like he's a champion. He like did a lot for this city.
Yep.
The only
He's responsible.
Player
I'd
that
fucking
have
rather
two
them
jerseys
rename
retired,
Obama
right?
Boulevard to Kobe Boulevard.
Kobe
dog.
was-
Okay.
Fuck that.
Just
Kobe was
just
almost
Kobe did way more
single-handedly
for LA than
responsible
Obama did.
for most of our fun
Just
riots.
saying.
Okay, well,
Obama should be Kobe Boulevard.
first of all, you can't. That was just happened.
I don't
and
give a shit. Do it
wasn't-
again. Change it. Oh, well.
Kobe could get another boulevard. Let's change La Brea.
I just want to take Obama's.
No,
I don't
right.
understand why Obama got one.
I mean, I was thinking about it.
What was it before?
Well,
Rodeo Boulevard or Rodeo, depending if you're in the ghetto, it's Rodeo.
Yeah.
Rodeo. If you're in Beverly Hills, it's Rodeo.
That's probably why he got it, because he's half black, half white.
That's why you got it.
Yep.
Yep.
It's Obama's
That's all I
road.
got.
And he was the first fucking black president.
I'm
Back
gonna give
up.
you a golf clap for that one.
Thank
That
you.
was good.
Actually, there was a black president before George Washington, but we weren't considered United States yet, so whatever. On the back of the $2 bill, you see a black guy. He was there.
Conspiracy theory art.
It's not a conspiracy theory. There was
Is
a dude.
back again.
I have a bunch of them $2 bills. I know.
I have a
one.
$2 bill.
Can I have it?
Give it to her.
I have one that has red serial numbers on it.
Can I have it?
Ooh, red serial numbers.
Yeah,
Well, that's
it's worth
Ooh.
more than $2.
That's a silver note.
the ginger
I
bill.
have a couple of those too.
That's back
Can I have
before
it?
the fiat system
And
when
there's
money was
green and
actually
then there's
backed
blue
with,
too.
I have them that are framed,
like
the ones with
currency,
red.
like late-
Gold. It was back.
Well, there's
back
gold
They're
and
only worth
silver
like
notes.
10 bucks each.
Yeah.
Golds were.
I won't sell them.
Oh yeah, golds were red and silvers were blue, and then when it went to fiat, they became green.
I like in the podcast, and if anybody's listening, you guys tell us how
all
you feel. But I
listening.
like when
They
like
couldn't hear it.
two of us get distracted and talk to each other, and then the other two just keep on
Do
talking.
you like that? I feel like people would be annoyed by that.
People love that
I don't know.
shit.
They might be annoyed, but also you
I
gotta
just
love
feel
the
like no one listens
personalities
to me
because they can
ever.
really hear us.
You can
No,
also
nobody
hear
listens
me-
to you. We try to ignore
Yeah,
you
we try
all
to
the
talk
time.
over you. You can also hear me sigh a lot, usually towards art.
I think tonight you could say Fina side towards Mel.
On the comedy
Oh.
relief.
I sigh towards everybody.
Oh, that means you too, G. Ain't nobody.
Fiends and
exempt.
stuff.
Actually, no, I don't think I slide towards GE today.
I think she did.
It's all this apple moonshine. You guys can't remember
Pre-podcast,
anything.
perhaps.
This was a fun
Katie,
podcast.
I
though.
didn't drink any apple pie moonshine.
Everyone
This
did.
I didn't drink it. I didn't drink
All
any.
right. So what? So what
That's
do we
a
got?
lie.
So what do we got? What are we excited for the next couple of days? Like what's something positive we're looking forward to?
Well,
I'm
Until
gearing
the
up for
next
the
podcast.
49ers to win.
I
We're gonna
can't
make
wait.
a lot of food here. Andy, my husband, is helping cook.
Oh, we got a
Yeah.
brand new barbecue. We got to show it to you.
Oh yeah,
really?
you're gonna see this barbecue. Yeah, I'm
it's
excited
super
for the
upgrade,
Super
so we're
Bowl
gonna show it to
party.
you after this podcast.
I
Yeah.
can't wait.
And if you want the
game.
old one, it's out front. It's out there, garbage. Take it free. Boom, boom, boom.
What are you excited for, Mel?
I'm excited for cooking for that party because I'm gonna be here
So
too.
you're cooking too?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we should coordinate then. So we.
What do you mean coordinate? I already know what you're doing. I know what I'm bringing.
what are you doing?
Oh, you'll see when I bring it. I'll never tell.
What? Why?
Cause why do I have to?
Okay. Fine. I mean, it's.
I'm
okay.
just being so mysterious because I'm high and I haven't thought about it yet.
Yeah, 'cause she doesn't know. Okay, there we go. There
That
we
sounds
go.
about right.
All right, I'm also excited for my shows at the Cinema Bar that I
Oh,
have.
fuck yeah.
I have the next 2 months booked out, and I already have some flyers started.
And when are these
So I'm gonna
shows?
get them.
What shows
So
are
it's
these?
the first Tuesday of the month at 8 p.m. So we have comedy and then music, and I have some really, really good music acts coming up, and I've got some great comedians coming up. My favorites, and it's like in this town, which is where we've come up doing stand up. There's so many fucking good comedians here that
It's a good show. I'm the bartender.
can't wait to put up.
There's a bunch of scuba people that hang out if you want to get into diving, and there's a
Yeah,
bunch of
come
great
talk to
comedy.
them.
It's a good show. It's a fucking party.
And it's a free show.
It's a free show,
And we have
and
a good
why
bartender.
not? Strong drinks,
It's not free. You have to pay attention.
good laughs.
All right.
I'm the comedy
talk
relief,
too loud.
baby.
That's the first time you've been, but thank you for that. That was good. I think that I'll count that as 3 times.
Yo, I'm really hungry and I ran out of White Claw.
Oh shit.
But yeah, so I have that coming up, and then also the mics. Remember the mics at the Cinema Bar. We've got the late night Monday mic at 11:30 p.m. after Hot Club, and then we have the Wednesday one at 6 p.m.
Oh yeah.
Which is the better one. That's 6 to 8. That's the better mic.
It's actually the butter one, and we recommend you bring snacks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bring snacks. Art's fat.
Oh yeah.
If you bring a stick of butter, I heard you might get to jump one spot.
Oh yeah.
A butter.
I can also say
I don't know.
for
The butter one.
a limited
Nick and I
time.
are easily bribed.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just
Honestly,
trying to
Nick
load
would
out.
take butter.
A couple of shots.
Nick is
Nick
butter.
likes maple syrup.
I
But
can
a couple of shots or beers or
No,
anything, we'll
he's
definitely get you
Vermont
on that,
cheddar
I'm on that
cheese.
fucking stage, you know?
First of all, I've had Nick's Vermont cheddar cheese apple
Yeah.
pie. Fucking amazing.
I
He
haven't
baked
had
me
it.
one.
Oh, yeah,
From
cheese
scratch.
apple pie. That sounds great.
Oh,
Sounds
Nick
gross,
makes
but I'll
the best
taste it.
one.
Okay, wait. I have one more
Hopefully
thing
he
to
brings
say.
it for Super Bowl.
All my things are
I'm
cinema
gonna text him
related.
right now.
It's for a limited time on Tuesdays at the cinema bar from 2 to 8. There might be karaoke.
Inayoki.
Finayoki.
Finioki.
It's
should
Oh,
call
fun.
that's fine.
You should
I
call
thought
it-
you were gonna say something else.
You
I was
should
about
call
to get
it a
offended.
sing-a-fing-along.
No, what would you
I thought you were
think?
gonna say for a very limited time. I'm bartending on Tuesdays from 2 to 8.
Oh, no,
I was
no.
like, bitch, what do you mean a limited time? Expired already.
What?
I was
Alright.
offended.
Did I just get fired?
No, I thought you were quitting. I thought you were like, I'm not gonna be there
No,
long.
it's only limited karaoke until, I get shut down. I don't know.
Don't tell Rod. That's
what I'm saying.
the rule, you guys. Do karaoke. Don't tell Rod.
All
He's
right.
out of town, so I can do it, sneak it in there.
Even when he's in town.
Oh, he's back today.
Don't.
No, he's
tell
not.
Rod.
3 a.m.
He's not.
No, he's not. I love the fright in her voice.
He's not. I know when
No,
he's
he's
coming
not.
back. He told me when he's
The funny
coming
thing
back.
is, no one knows.
He told you because
could
he
be.
didn't fucking tell me.
He told me he comes back the day of
I'm
the first
texting Rod
Tuesday
right now.
that night.
Rod said, who's asking?
Oh, I heard
Oh my
he got
god,
back
and he's
Sunday.
showing up without a kid. We'll
Oh,
see him.
That means
Let's be
show up
shocked.
to party.
Yeah, I want him to show up to big party. Us smoking a bowl in the bar.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Let's not do that. All right. Well, I think the rest of this conversation should happen off the good old pod.
Yep, damn right.
Yeah, because you know what? I can't stop eating this habanero tahini.
Yeah, you can't. You're just sitting there eating the shit out of
Get
it.
that shit out of
Hell
here.
yeah. Thank you guys for listening so much.
It's so fun.
It's been great. Remember, please call us, leave us a message, tell us a story, tell us whatever's going on.
Tell us how
Guess
long.
what you think it took us.
Yeah, how long in minutes?
And predictions. Quick predictions for the Super Bowl. I'm saying it's
Well,
going
we
to be...
didn't finish that. Tell us how long in minutes you thought it took us to get out of. You think it took us to get out of this?
Did I not finish my sentence?
No, we both just went there. I was listening to a lot of our podcasts and several. I don't explain myself a lot. It doesn't happen. That's
All right, so where are
that's
they
okay.
going to tell us this stuff, Fina?
so you can call us at 424-272-8763.
Yeah, and the
Booyah.
people did call. Their messages are going to have already played. If you're listening to this, they've already played.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
played, and yeah,
And we'll do the same for you.
cool. Bye. I want to say it in a porn star like kind of voice.
Ew, gross.
Okay.
Say it in any voice
Yeah,
you
please
want,
do.
I guess. Yeah.
Hi guys, please call us at 424-272-8763.
That's your porn voice?
So it's like a librarian.
What do you watch?
I'll work
Tranny
on
porn? Bye.
See ya.
Later, fools.
Bye.